question 11 for RPGaDAY 2016 is which gamer most affected the way you play. Now I'm going to list two gamers who affected the way I game at different stages of my sort of role-playing life cycle, if you will. The first was a good friend of mine called Simon Webber, who ran the first live action vampire game that I participated in years and years and years ago. And this is when I dabbled in roleplay on and off during my teens. I'd run a few games, but I never really had access to a large pool of players. I met some people in my local area, sadly most of which have now moved away, who were taking part in a live action Sabat Mind's Eye Theatre Old World of Darkness vampire game that took place at the local station hotel, now also sadly turned into flats. But I went along to that game not knowing really what to expect, threw together a bourgeois anti-tribu character that was fairly unplayable, to be perfectly honest, but the game was run by Simon. And one of the things I remember about that campaign is even though sort of looking back on it now, I'm sure it wasn't the optimal game, I still remember that initial sense of excitement, even though I was a bit nervous, you know, trying to get used to talking to new people who I didn't really know and sort of interact with them and role play with them. And there was a lot of people because it was like a mind's eye sort of games compared to like the normal sort of tabletop sort of numbers of players. But one of the things I do remember from it is that Simon was very, very good at playing a dramatic villain and playing all manner of different NPCs. And that really stuck with me and influenced the way I tend to GM my games, where I always try and make my NPCs different, give them a bit of a quirk. I always try and make the villains, well, villainous. And that was something I very much took from him in that initial game, and I was inspired by his approach to his game to do that in future. So thank you very much, Simon, for that. The second person I would mention is our very own RPG Brigade's Samurai 7 RPG, or Tim Harper as he's known in the mortal world, who at another stage of my role-playing life, when I was just sort of getting into making YouTube videos and stuff like that, was really encouraging, really inspired me to actually do more gaming online and take that final step and take the plunge and actually do some GMing online. And obviously that's led to me doing videos like this and running a lot of campaigns, one-shots, etc. online using Google Hangouts, and has led to me gaming with a vastly larger amount of players, playing in campaigns with people who otherwise, due to geographical separation, I never would have encountered previously. And that, I think, has been really good for my skill level as a role player, both as a player and a GM. So thanks go to Tim for that. So there's my answer to question 11. Who affected the way you play? Mine will be my friend Simon Webber and Tim Harper, Samurai 7 RPG. So I hope to see you tomorrow for question 12. Take care.